My family, a carnival of so-called expert called Michael Cole, who is an ex-BBC royal correspondent and now a GB News royal commentator, has said that King Charles is hurt at not seeing Archie and Lilibet at Christmas. And my family, he says that Prince Harry and Meghan's decision to keep Charles apart from his grandchildren is appalling. My family, that's what Michael Cole says. My family. And my family, kindly allow me to say this. If there is one person in this world who I believe can make a phone call to Prince Harry and Meghan and say, Harry, Meghan, I want you to bring Archie and Lilibet to the UK to spend Christmas with me. That way I can see them, on Christmas. If there is one person I firmly believe in my heart, this person, if he made a phone call to Harry and Meghan and told them, bring Archie and Lilibet to spend time here on Christmas with me, my family, I am sure Harry and Meghan would be okay with it. And my family, I'll tell you why. I'll explain my reasoning why I believe if Charles calls Harry and Meghan and tells them to come to the UK for Christmas, Harry and Meghan will do that. I'll tell you why. My family, here's why. My family, a while back, just last year, before the Queen passed away, it was the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, my family, whereby my family, the Queen wanted Harry and Meghan to attend her Platinum Jubilee, and she wanted Harry and Meghan to come with their kids, and Harry and Meghan did. And the Queen, before she passed away, she gave and ensured that Harry and Meghan received effective security when they were in the UK. She made sure of it. And my family, she got to meet Archie and also Lilibet Diana. And why is that? Because she wanted to see them. And Harry and Meghan brought them, and the Queen got the chance to see them, to meet them. My family. King Charles, on the other hand, I have seen no indication he actually wants to see Archie and Lilibet. My family, I may not know what's going on behind the scenes. I may have no idea or clue what perhaps maybe Harry and Meghan are even talking to Charles. I have no idea. Maybe that's the case. Maybe. My family. And if that is the case, I firmly believe if Charles truly wanted for Archie, Lilibet to come to the UK and spend Christmas with him, my family, Harry and Meghan, would bring them. My family, Harry and Meghan would bring them. Would bring Archie and would bring Princess Lilibet Diana. The only thing they'd ask for is for security. And the thing is, right now, as all of us know, as the entire world now knows, Harry is in court right now, fighting to get security for his wife Meghan, and his children, Archie and also Princess Lilibet Diana. Harry is in court fighting. I repeat, Harry is in court fighting to protect Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, to get adequate, effective security for Archie, Lilibet, and Meghan if they want to visit Harry's home country, the UK. My family. And we all know, my family, it's a matter of common sense. If Charles commanded it, Harry would receive effective security. We all know that for a fact. If Charles commanded for Harry and Meghan to get security, Harry and Meghan would get security. My family, they would. And I firmly and fully believe that. You know, and all of you also, you believe that. My thing is, my family, what has Charles done to basically make a move to ensure that if Harry and Meghan want to visit the UK, they can? Has Charles done anything to ensure that that is possible? Has Charles done that? My family, the answer is he has not. The answer is Charles has not done that. My family, he hasn't taken any steps that indicate he actually wants to see Archie. He actually wants to see Lilibet Dana, Harry and Meghan's daughter. He has not done that. And because of that, all this stuff that Michael Cole is saying are all a bunch of lies to make it look like it's Harry and Meghan who are keeping Archie and Lilibet away from Charles. And that isn't the case. That is not the case, my family. I mean, my family, please kindly hear exactly what my family was said in GB propaganda, my family. Kindly, my family, hear this, please.
I see a fly on the wall.
It's also a testament to Camilla, by the way, because when she first came on the scene after the Diana situation with Charles, she was obviously public enemy number one, and she's done a remarkable job to reinvent her image. And she's now, as far as I can understand, according to some polls, one of the most popular royals going. So not only has Charles cemented his place on the throne, but Camilla as queen as well, well, queen consort.
People are entitled to be
you
judged.
know, my family, allow me to pause there and just first of all start by saying this. To the media, you are popular if they say you are popular. To the media, you are hated if they say you are hated. My family. That's what my family, you know, they want to say that they have the power to decide who's popular and who isn't popular, who is accepted by the public and who is not accepted by the public. My family. They want to say or imply they have that power to decide who's loved, who isn't loved. And my family, in a way, they do have the power. You know, the thing is, my family, the media has the power to control how you view someone. They have the power. They have the power to shape public opinion on people or on certain issues. That's true. My family, that is true. My family, that is true. And my family, however, allow me to kindly, my family, say this. People who use common sense, my family, can see the hell that Harry and Meghan have been through. People who use common sense can see that even despite the Queen saying she would like for Camilla to be called the Queen Consort, not the Queen, that Charles disrespected the late Queen Elizabeth's wishes. My family. But because he has a deal with the media, you know, my family, they choose to say, okay, Charles is doing so well as king and Camilla also is doing well as our queen, because they have a deal with the UK tabloid press. A deal designed to smear Harry and Meghan and prop up William and Hamilton. A deal designed to smear Harry and Meghan to prop up Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles. My family. Because they have a deal with the media. You know? And my family, for me, I'll say this. You know? For me, I know who is in the wrong. I know who has done something wrong in this case, my family. I know it's Camilla, Charles, William, and Hamilton, who have put Harry and Meghan through so much hell and through so much suffering. I know that is what they have done. I know they have caused pain to Harry and Meghan. I know they're responsible for causing immense pain to Harry and Meghan, the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex. I know that. My family, will I ever be on the side of Charles, William, Camilla, my family? I don't think that's ever going to happen. Especially after the pain they've caused to Harry&Meghan. You know, my family. Because to me, if they're unwilling to say sorry to Meghan for the pain they've caused her, then my family also, for me, I can never be on the side of those who spread hate against Meghan Markle, against Prince Harry. I can never be on those individuals' side, my family. And the thing is, someone like Charles, who put his coronation on the same day as Archie's birthday, someone like that, you can't convince me he cares about Archie. I'm sorry, you cannot. And also, if it's true what Omid Scobie said, that when Charles evicted Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet from their only UK home, from a cottage, and that Harry responded and asked Charles, don't you ever want to see your grandkids anymore? If it's true that Harry said that, that tells me Charles doesn't care about Archie and also about Lilibet Diana. It tells me he doesn't care. He does not care. My family, he doesn't. You know, my family, that's what I can really see my family, you know. And also, my family, as I continue really, just keep on hearing what this Michael Cole said, my family, please.
By what they do and how they behave. And one can only say that how she has behaved, taking on this role she never asked for and didn't necessarily want, very commendably. The only thing it's worth saying is Christmas is supposed to be a time for families to come together. Well, obviously the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in faraway California didn't get the memo because they will not be taking part. And I must spare a word for King Charles. It must be very hurtful for him that he doesn't see his grandchildren in California, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. That is appalling. I think ordinary families who've had these problems, and they do occur in all sorts of families, really ought to try and come together at Christmas time if they love each other. And I think the best way you can demonstrate love is by showing it in real terms, and that's reaching out, making the apologies, showing the contrition that's necessary, coming together.
Well, if you're going to do it, Michael, Christmas is the time to reach out.
My family, and yet, one thing that the UK tabloid press are never ever gonna say is that my family, their business model depends on members of the royal family being constantly involved in a conflict. As Prince Harry said, my family, that even if there was some kind of arrangement between him and his extended family, Charles, my family, you know, and the others, to basically, you know, do some royal duties, engagements, or even come back to the royal fold, there is a third party, that is the British press, who are going to make sure that my family, that whatever Harry&Meghan do, that basically they become, you know, uncomfortable, you know, that they make the lives of Harry&Meghan impossible. My family, Prince Harry said that. And it's true. UK media, who are the one you see that they're like, oh, you know what, we need to heal this rift, are the stumbling block in any kind of rift in the royal family being healed. My family, they are the huge stumbling block, because their business model depends on members of the royal family being constantly involved in a conflict. My family. So, my family, if you want to blame anyone for this rift, mainly you can blame the UK media, but also senior members of the royal family who clearly have been envious and jealous towards Harry and Meghan's star power. And they've sought to dim Harry and Meghan's light. And they continue to try and dim Prince Harry and Meghan's light. So my family, all these attempts are trying to paint it's Harry and Meghan who are keeping Archie and Lilibet from Charles. My family, it's all a bunch of nonsense and lies designed once again to paint Harry and Meghan as the villains in the story. My family, if Charles truly cared about Archie, about Lilibet, my family, then I firmly believe Prince Harry and Meghan would bring Archie, would bring Lilibet to see Charles. Thing is, I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that if Charles wanted to be in the lives of Harry and Meghan, he'd be in the lives of Harry and Meghan. If he wanted to be in their lives, if he wanted to be in the lives of Archie and Lilibet, he'd be in their lives. If he wanted. My family, if is the key word here. If he wanted. But his actions have shown he just doesn't care. My family, and if it's true, really, if it's true, my family, I'm not idea if this is true, that when Harry and Meghan, when they were evicted from their own UK home from a cottage by Charles, that Harry asked Charles, don't you want to see your grandkids anymore? If it's true, Harry asked that of Charles, as Omis Kobe says in his memoir, Endgame. If it's true that Harry told that to Charles, then my family, you honestly can't say that Charles cares about Archie and Lilibet. Just a couple of weeks ago, he was saying that he won't be blackmailed or emotionally, blackmailed by Prince Harry. My family, that's what basically, he was saying a couple of weeks ago. And I remembered saying this, my family, because that my family is what was leaked to the Sun tabloid owned by Rupert Murdoch, whereby Charles people leaked on behalf of Charles, saying that Charles won't be emotionally blackmailed by Prince Harry. And my family, I remember saying at the time, that you cannot emotionally blackmail someone who doesn't care about you, who doesn't care about your children, who doesn't care especially about your wife. My family, there's no way you can blackmail that kind of person, because after Omis Kobe's, memoir Endgame said that, Prince Harry had told Charles, don't you want to see your grandkids anymore? Charles went leaking, I can't be emotionally blackmailed by Prince Harry. My family, you can't emotionally blackmail someone who just doesn't care. You cannot. You can't. My family, you can't emotionally blackmail someone who, when his own son was being bullied by the media, he can't say a word to condemn the hate campaign against his son and his son's wife. You can't emotionally blackmail someone who, when his son and his son's wife lost a child. My family, we've never heard if Charles even said sorry. He's never even condemned the abuse or the hounding of Meghan Markle. You cannot emotionally blackmail someone like that. My family, someone who has shown through actions he doesn't care about you. You can't. You can't. And the thing is, the only time that Charles shows he cares about Harry is if he can use Prince Harry. That's the only time he shows he cares for his son. If he can use Prince Harry. If is the big word here. If is the key word here, my family. If. So my family, basically, to see how this so-called carnival or so-called experts are trying to portray that it's Harry and Meghan who are keeping their kids from Charles, and my family, it's a lie. It's a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. My family, it's a blatant big lie. And my family, I want everyone in the world to know this. If Charles truly cared about Archie and Lilibet, he would make an effort to be in their lives. My family, would at least condemn the abuse of their parents, Harry and Meghan. Charles, when Lilibet was being bullied over a name, he himself would have put a stop to that, should have put a stop to that. But he didn't. He did not. My family, because he never cared. And he never truly cares, my family. And also, don't forget what the royal family have been trying to do for a very long time. Break Harry and Meghan's union. You can't tell me you care about Archie&Lilibet and then you are trying so hard to destroy Archie and Lilibet's parents' marriage. To break their home. I remember even a carnival or so-called expert who said, it's bad for Archie and Lilibet. Yeah, a divorce will be bad for them, but you know what? It needs to happen. Harry needs to come back because they don't care about Meghan or Archie or Lilibet. And they'll tell you it has nothing to do with race, but clearly it has everything to do with race. You can't tell someone you care about them and then you wish divorce upon, their parents, Harry and Meghan. You just can't. You can't, And my family want to overemphasize that. You can't say you care about Lilibet and Archie and then it takes you months to even recognize them by their rightful titles of Prince and Princess. But for William and Kim Moulton, right after the Queen passes away, immediately the titles are updated on the royal family's website. Immediately. But for Harry and Meghan's kids, it takes you months. It takes months, actually. My family. It takes months. You can't tell me you care about Archie&Lilibet. You just don't. You don't. Your actions tell us that you don't. And I feel sorry for Prince Harry because I feel like, he is trying to make his father care. He is hoping his father will care about his kids, about him. And I feel bad, really. I feel bad for him. Because time and time again, Charles' actions tell a different story. You can't tell that you care about Archie&Lilibet when you're trying to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage to ensure that Archie&Lilibet grow up in a home whereby parents don't live under the same roof, whereby they're divorced. My family. You can't say you care about Archie&Lilibet when your own expert goes on TV and be like, you know what, a divorce will be bad for Archie&Lilibet, but you know what, Harry needs to come back. He needs to come back. So doesn't care about Archie&Lilibet, doesn't care. And I showed you that clip in my family a while back about that, a royal expert who said that doesn't care about Archie&Lilibet or Meghan. They just want Harry back to control him, exploit him, make money off of him, and choose someone else who he can marry. My family, someone who's not a one of color. Let's be honest. That's what my family they want. That's what they want. So my family, once again, it all boils down to racism. The racism that UK media and the farm have towards Archie and also Lilibet. Charles also had concerns about Archie's skin color. How can that person, how can anyone say he cares? He doesn't care, my family. He does not care. So my family, basically, no one can tell me or convince me that Charles cares about Harry, Meghan, or Harry and Meghan's kids. My family, no one can convince me of that. Nobody can convince me of that. Maybe in the future things change, but for now, my family, I don't see it. I don't see it even one bit. I don't see that he cares because to me, he's someone who clearly just doesn't care, and his actions tell me that he doesn't care about Harry and Meghan's kids, my family. Now, my family, I want to hear your opinion on what we have just discussed. Do you think that Charles really, somehow misses Archie&Lilibet? That he would like to see them for Christmas, but it's so sad that they aren't there. My family, even just me saying that, even me saying that, my family, Charles misses Archie&Lilibet. Would love to see them for Christmas, but he's so sad, they ain't coming for Christmas. My family, if there's someone I believe, if he wanted for Archie&Lilibet to be in the UK for Christmas, my family and Harry and Meghan will make it happen. I firmly believe it is Charles. My family, if Charles guaranteed Harry and Meghan of security, of their security, my family, you would see Harry and Meghan visit the UK oftenly. In as much as I would not even like that, my family, because, honestly, I don't want Harry and Meghan to be surrounded by people who are so hateful, like the UK media, my family, or basically, be around a place that is unsafe. My family, we do have to realize that Harry&Meghan, basically, Harry was born in the UK, and his mother has been laid to rest in the UK. So my family, Harry may want to visit from time to time, and also he has charities that he supports. And my family, he needs security to be able to visit the UK, from time to time, my family, and bring Meghan and Archie&Lilibet with him. And my family, I do hope that he does get security, because my family, he deserves to be protected. He deserves to be safe. His kids also deserve to be safe, my family. But one thing that I do hope is that Prince Harry doesn't put too much hope in that Charles would suddenly wake up in the morning and just care. Maybe people say that it should never ever stop trying. You should never ever stop trying. But my family, with Charles, who has shown blatant disregard towards Harry&Meghan and their kids, with him, my family, someone like that, just keep a distance from my family. But whatever Harry&Meghan decide, my family always support Prince Harry&Meghan, because it is their life and it's they who get to decide what they want to do with their lives. My family, now you tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed. Harry&Meghan are not keeping Archie&Lilibet from Charles. I want to make that very clear, my family. It is Charles who doesn't want to be around Archie&Lilibet. My family is making no effort at reaching out or being close to Archie&Lilibet. My family, now you tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet and Doria Ragland, and all of you members of the squad at home. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Love you also forever, and may God bless each and every single one of you, my family. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you also forever. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video, my family. Love you also forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.